Okay, so in this session, we will discuss about how to block single IP, and also we will discuss sequence numbers. Okay, same ACL, standard ACL only, standard ACL with named ACL. Okay, I am going to implement, and so here I want to block communication from 192.168.2.2 to this entire network, 3.0 network. I don't want to stop 2.3 and 2.4 IPs. This is my requirement. Okay. So first I will implement here. See here. So first I will configure. I will prepare scripting here. What is the task? Task is 192.168.2.2 should not be able to access 192.168.3.0/24 network. Okay. So it should be implemented on R1 only, okay? Because destination is 192.1.3.0, right? Standard ACL is always configured near to destination, okay? So in R1, configure like this. So named ACL, I am going to implement a named ACL. Okay, first you will implement a number ACL, okay? Command is access list. ACL number 1. Okay, you can use any number between 1 and 99. Deny single IP, right? I am going to block single IP, not a entire network. When you are going to block single network, single IP, anything, what it may be, either you are going to block or we are going to allow, what it may be. When you are implementing ACL for single host, single IP, we need to use keyword host keyword here. Host 192.168.2.2. If you use host keyword, no need to specify the wildcard mask. If you don't specify host keyword, here if you specify IP address 192.168.2.2, we should specify wildcard mask like this. Okay, but the best practice is specify host keyword in front of IP address host. Okay, and remaining IPs are permitted. Okay, access list. If you don't give this permit statement, what happen? So everything would be blocked. Okay, I will show you that one. Okay, and the next interface F0/1 IP access group ACL number 1 out. This is the ACL. Now copy this ACL, paste in R1. Right? See here. I deny only 192.1.2.2, right? So I will test communication from 192.1.2.2. Here, command prompt 192.1.3.100. See, it is blocking. Okay, good. And if you ping from 2.3 machine, here, ping 192.168.3.2 or 3.3, 3.4, any IP. Oh, sorry, 3.4, right? Yeah, see, it is also blocking. But actually, I have configured access list 1 deny 192.1.3.2.2 only. I have not blocked 2.3 and 2.4. This is the default nature of ACL. If a first statement is deny, the last statement should be permit. Otherwise, router will block, router will deny all the IPs. Right? See here, access list 1 permit any. This statement mandatory. Now copy this, paste again. Now see. Now try to ping from 2.3. See, now it's communicating. And if you ping from 2.4, 2.4 to 3.4 or 3.2 or 3.1, 3.100, okay, any IP, 3.2. See, it's communicating, right? Now we will discuss about sequence numbers, okay? So here I have configured two statements, access list 1 DNA and host to 192.1.1.1. This is the one statement. This is the statement 1. Statement 1 and this is statement 2. For every statement, Cisco IOS will assign sequence number. Okay, and it starts from 10 and increments of 10. Okay, so how to verify the sequence numbers? The command is show access list. Show access list here. Okay, see here. Go to R1. So here in R1, show access list. So this is output, right? Now see here. This is out. See, we have two statements and sequence number 10 and 20. Okay. Now it's good, right? Up to here, good, right? Now, next requirement is here. I want to stop 192.1.2.3 also. I want to stop 192.1.2.3. Now, 192.1.2.3 is able to communicate to 192.1.3.0, right? See, once again verify whether it is communicating or not. See, it's communicating, right? Now I want to stop this this IP also. How to stop? Now do the same thing here. Again, add this that IP also. Okay, here access list 1 DNA host 192.168.2.3. Okay, if you configure like this, okay, copy and I will paste here. What happens? See, I added 192.1.2.3 also in same ACL number 1 only. In existing ACL, I added this network, this IP also. Right? So now I will test this communication. 2.3. See, still it is pinging. Why? But I already blocked that IP, right? So in the router, if you see router configuration, how to see show run, you can see everything here. See here, access list 1 DNA 192.1.2.2. Access list 1 permit, access list 1 DNA. This is our ACL configuration, right? This is our ACL configuration. But actually, how this ACL works? See here, 192.1.2.3 came in last statement, right? But how it works? But what is the sequence number of this statement? Last 2.3 sequence numbers. How to verify? See here, if you see the sequence number, show access list. See, sequence number is 30. The first sequence number is DNA 192.1.2.2. The second statement is what? Permit any. So ACL works top to bottom. Remember this point. A router checks ACL from top to bottom. If ACL matching router will never, one second, if any ACL statement is matching to traffic, to packet or to traffic, router will never check next statement. Remember this point. Now here, as per this configuration here, right? So in R1 we have configured like this, right? One second. Here, see here. Here what happened? So this user 192.1.2.3 user is trying to access this network. So first traffic comes to this router to this router. When this router receives this traffic, okay, when this router receive this traffic on F1 by 0 interface, it will accept the packet. And when it is sending through this interface, through F0 by 1 interface, in F0 by interface, we have a ACL, right? We have configured ACL. In F0 by 1 interface, we have configured ACL. See here, F0 by 1, IP access group 1. Out. 1 is what? 1 is, these are the entries, right? In 1, access list 1. So in the access list 1, what is the first statement? The first statement is access list 1 deny host 192.1.2.2. It is not matching to this traffic, right? So in this traffic source is 2.3. So this statement will not match. Again, it will check second statement. So second statement is what? Access list 1 permit any. Permit any means it will allow that 192.1.2.3 simply. Once this IP is matching to any ACL statement, it will never check next statement. It will never check this statement. Understand? This is how ACL works. That's why here this user is able to access this network. But to stop this communication, to block this 2.0 network, to stop this 2.3 IP, this statement should be here in between before permit. Remember this point. This deny statement should be above permit statement. But how to insert this statement above permit statement? This is very, very important. This is the placement of ACL. ACL works top to bottom. Permit any statement should be bottom of ACLs. So how to insert this statement above permit statement? Now see here, if you see the sequence numbers, what are the sequence numbers here? Verify sequence numbers, okay? Here, go to here. Yeah, see, these are the statements, right? These are the sequence numbers. These are sequence number. See, the first statement sequence number is 10. Second statement sequence number is 20. The third one is 30. So this statement should be in between 10 and 20. how to insert this. So how to modify this? Very simple, okay, right? So here to modify this ACL, this is the name, this is the number ACL, right? To modify this number ACL, we need to use the named ACL. How to edit this ACL? How to modify this ACL? Very simple, okay? See here. First to remove this ACL, okay? Okay, first to remove this entry. How to remove this entry? Here there is a problem again. So first we need to remove this entry. This statement, okay? Access list 1 deny host to 192.1.2.3. We need to remove this. How to remove? See here. I am going to remove that. Command is same command, right? Configure terminal, no access list 1 host 192. No access list to 1 host 192.168.2.3, right? See, I removed 192.1.2.3. I removed 192.1.2.3. But now if we see ACLs, show access list. See, nothing is there. And if we see running configuration, in running configuration also, there is no any ACL. We cannot see any ACL here. This is the drawback of ACL. Number ACL. In the numbered ACL, if you remove any one statement, entire ACL would be removed. This is one drawback. In number ACL, if you if you remove any ACL statement, all statements are removed. This is the drawback of ACL. That's why we will prefer named ACL. Okay. Now I will implement same thing in named ACL. Okay. So I will show you from beginning again. So here named ACL. First I am going to block 192.1.2.2 system. Only this system. Okay. See now it is communicating now. 2.2. See it's pinging, right? Because ACL is removed. So here is pinging. From here also pinging. And here also pinging, right? Everything, every piece is pinging. Now I will implement, okay? It's named ACL. IP access list, ACL name standard, and okay, name is I'm using host blocking, okay? Host blocking. You can use any name. I'm using host blocking, and here deny host single IP, right? 192.168.2.2. That's it, and remaining permit any. Okay. Next, interface F0 by 1, IP access group. What is the name of the ACL? Host blocking. Okay, out. See, now copy this ACL configuration and paste in router. Okay. Okay, now check the connectivity from 192.2.2. See, it is not communicating. And try to ping from 2.3. It's pinging, right? And 2.4, it's pinging. Okay. Now I want to block 2.3 also. Okay. I will configure same. Okay. 2.3. What happened? 2.3. So how to block 2.3? It's a simple thing, right? See here, this is the ACL, right? IP access list to standard, okay? Now configure, okay? If, for example, if you configure here, again, DNA, one single IP, na, host 192.168.2.3, okay? See, I added this statement to this ACL only, existing ACL, okay? Same ACL, I just added this statement, okay? Copy and here. Okay, 1 second. I will copy this entire thing. Copy. Okay. Now see. So now test the connectivity from 2.3. See 2.3. See, it is still pinging. Oh, 2.3 is pinging. Yeah, it is pinging, right? Why? But we already configure, right? DNA host 192.1.2.3. Now if you see ACL, show run. See, yes. Here also same thing. First it will check the first statement. First statement is deny, okay, 2.2. But second statement is what? Permit any. That's why router is allowing 2.3. Permit any means it allows all the IPs. Once the ACL statement is matching, it will never check next statement. So this statement should be on top of permit statement. How to insert that? Okay, first, okay, to insert, okay, right, this statement above permit, first we need to remove this statement, okay, that is very important. So how to remove? Very simple here, okay, see, first to go to this ACL, same, okay, first we go to ACL, in ACL no, this statement, simple, no deny host, okay, now see, now if you see show run, still we have a ACL, see, only that statement only remove, right? This is the advantage of the named ACL. But in the number ACL, if you remove any one statement, entire ACL would be removed. But in the named ACL, not like that. If you remove single statement, that statement will only remove. But how to insert that statement? How to block 192.1.2.3? So here we will use sequence numbers. See, show access list. See, sequence number 10 and sequence number 20, right? The first sequence number DNA, second is 20 is a permit any, right? But we should configure 2.3 above permit. Above permit means before 20 sequence numbers. Here, okay? So this is sequence numbers, right? See, okay? Now, oh, sorry. Here, okay? So how to implement, okay? So very simple here. So first to go to ACL IP access list standard here, and here first we need to configure sequence number, okay? See here, I will configure here directly, okay? This one, right? Okay, here under ACL, oh, IP access list, sorry, IP access list standard, right? I think it is also not correct. Okay, 1 second. IP access list, okay, right? Now here first to sequence number, okay? See here, sequence number. If you want to insert any ACL, okay, if you want to add any ACL before permit, first we need to find out what is the statement, what is the sequence number of permit any. So here 20, right? So we should configure that IP before 20. So here I am, okay, using 15, sequence number 15, and DNA. What is the IP? Host to 192.168.2.3. That's it. Okay. Now see, show access list. See, it comes in between. And now if you try to ping from 2.3, we should not be able to ping. We cannot be able to ping here, 2.3. See, block. So this is use of the sequence numbers. If you want to modify, if you want to edit, if you want to add any ACLs, okay, before permit any, we should use the sequence numbers. Very, very important in the production. Okay. So you also understand, right? What's the difference between named ACL and standard named ACL and number ACL? In number ACL, we have a drawback. If you remove any one statement, everything would be removed. But in named ACL, we can remove, we can add specific entry. Okay. So in next session, we will discuss about extended ACL.